Frogs are one of those creatures that we often overlook. They're not as glamorous as lions or as popular as dolphins, but if you take the time to get to know them, you'll realize they're pretty amazing in their own right. From their crazy jumping abilities to their unique life cycles, frogs are full of surprises. And let's not forget their role in keeping ecosystems in balance. These little guys are more important than they seem. One of the coolest things about frogs is how they can jump. It's not just any jump, either. Frogs can leap distances that are multiple times the length of their bodies. Some species, like the African bullfrog, can jump over 10 feet in a single bound. That's like a human jumping the length of a school bus. This impressive jumping ability comes from their super powerful hind legs, which are built for high-towered leaps. It's not just for show either. Frogs use their jumps to escape predators, catch prey, and travel from one place to another. But it's not just their jumping that's fascinating. Frogs have one of the most unique life cycles of any animal. Most frogs start their lives as tadpoles, swimming around in the water with their long tails. As they grow, they go through a process called metamorphosis, where they transform into adult frogs. Their tails shrink, and they develop legs, allowing them to move onto land. This process is so dramatic that it's hard to believe it's the same animal. The tadpoles and adult frogs have completely different lifestyles, diets, and behaviors, which is part of what makes frogs so interesting. Frogs also have an extraordinary ability to adapt to different environments. Some species, like the wood frog, can even survive freezing temperatures. They enter a kind of hibernation, allowing their bodies to freeze and thaw with the seasons. While most creatures would die in such extreme conditions, the wood frog can thaw out in the spring and continue its life cycle like nothing ever happened. This amazing adaptation helps them thrive in cold environments where other animals might struggle. And don't even get me started on their unique calls. Frogs are known for their riveting sounds, but each species has its own distinctive call. Some frogs croak, others whistle, and a few even sound like squeaky toes. These calls are used to attract mates, defend territory, or communicate with other frogs. The loudness and frequency of the call can vary depending on the species and the time of year, but it's always a vital part of their social interactions. In fact, the male frog's croak is often how females identify their potential mates. The louder and more impressive the croak, the more likely the male is to attract a female.